want to play for a project or does he want to play for a contender?
Here's the thing. Jonathan
That's
Taylor
what I'm
has
going to
no
ask.
say, Ali. He has no
Well,
say in where he plays.
I understand, but what he does have a say in, hey, you can go ahead and trade for me, but that doesn't mean I'm going to re-sign with you.
Agreed. But
so, I mean, if he really people want to think that I want to just put this out there real quick, all right?
Well, hold on, Ali. Before you cook it, I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
I would be shocked if a player gets traded to a different team, doesn't get a deal worked out, and then decides to hold in on the new team he got traded for. It would be an unprecedented thing, and then it would villainize Jonathan Taylor. He would go from looking like an empathetic guy that people are on his side to going, this guy is only cares about himself. He's not a team guy. It really wouldn't work out in optics. Yes, he could have talks with the team and express his feelings to him. And any team with a smart GM and owner and whatever would say, look, I'm not going to force this guy to come here to play to not play for me. But if something like that did go on and we found him sitting in and not playing for a team, that would be crazy, bro. That would be crazy. And you know who that Jags junkie is, right? Y'all know who that is, right?
Yeah, what's his name?
It's Roach.
Yeah.
I talked to Roach today. Roach gonna be coming around to yonder, fellas. Can't wait to get him around.
Yeah,
so let me ask you this, LCap. Has Jonathan Taylor's representatives or agency or whatever, have they called anyone else besides the Miami Dolphins? And has it been reported that he has agreed to terms or what a contract would look like financially?
I don't know that to be a fact. By my understanding,
so this is the reason I bring this up. The reason
is the Dolphins.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason I bring this up is because if he really was okay for playing for Carolina, let's say, why didn't they call Carolina too? Why didn't they agree to terms with them? Why is it all the stuff that his agency has done has been with the Miami Dolphins, and then the other team that was interested, the Bears, he came out and said no to them automatically. So that's why I'm thinking. Go ahead.
I love now too that there's this mystery team that, I don't understand why this team that is such a mystery, why they wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was thinking, the Commanders are more of a mystery team than anybody.
Yeah, I get we can speculate on who and what this mystery team could be, but why? Why be mysterious about it? You know what I'm saying?
Because they're in the same exact division as us, bro. I'm telling you, it's Buffalo. Buffalo's the only team that has not been named as a possible destination yet.
That could be the only thing, but I haven't heard a freaking peep of even speculatoriness on it, other than Buffalo fans trolling. Listen, I'll tell you what, if Buffalo ends up with this thing, I'm fucking calling for Chris Greer's neck.
I am too. I'm going to be right there with the torches and everything else.
I'm calling for his fucking neck, bro, if that happens. But I don't think that's happened. To me, this mysterious team that no one can confirm who it is, that's bullshit. That is the Colts. That is the Colts pushing a narrative out there, leaking it to Rappaport, leaking it to the streets of dumb sauce people that are gonna literally take that as, oh, we need to offer more. It's not too dissimilar other than the Cook and Jets situation. Cook was gonna sign to everyone he visited because the Dolphins needed to up their offer, and the Dolphins said, we ain't upping our offer for a 28-year-old running back that's got 10,000 miles on it.
I need to ask this, right? God forbid, what if Buffalo doesn't end up with Jonathan Taylor, and the report comes out saying that the Colts did not want to trade with the Dolphins; they wanted to trade with the Buffalo Bills. Would we still be calling for Chris Greer's neck?
Yes,
Alex, that would be a hell of a point because that's exactly what happened to Dalvin Cook.
No, Dalvin Cook got paid the bag with the Jets. And I'll tell you what, if the Dolphins, I'll tell you what would piss me off
was
the Dolphins have been after every free agent trade potential running back from Barkley to Brandon Josh Jacobs and fucking now Jonathan Taylor. And if they're gonna land no running backs, and yet every other team in our division lands running backs, that's a complete miscarriage of your job.
That's almost a fireable offense.
Oh,
I'm
man.
saying.
Hey, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Real quick, can you give us a teaser on tonight's episode 9:30, man? We got a real good one coming up.
Yeah, so I've got Brendan Tobin from Tobin and Leroy from 790 The Ticket, and I think they're just WQAM now. I'm not 100% on that, but gonna come by today. We're gonna chop it up with some Dolphins talk. I'm gonna ask him what he thinks about this entire Jonathan Taylor situation. I'm gonna ask him what he thinks about the roster cuts. Any surprises he sees it that were cut, how juiced up he is on the season, all that stuff. We're gonna cook it up, man. Him and I can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, ask him if he has any goosies. That's his catch line.
That's what I was gonna say. Which one of these is giving him the goosies is what I'm looking.
Yeah, my dog. All right, that's what's up, man. 9:30, man.
All right, fellas, I gotta get these groceries out here.
I'm gonna wrap this up.
I've just been listening. I've just been listening to it. I mean, Shake, you can take it all the way to 9, dog. You good? But
okay.
I just been listening all day on Spaces since Friday. You know, and I don't really stick my neck out unless the people I'm hearing it from are super credible, because they don't offer up the information unless it's been vetted on their end. And when I'm telling people that, hey, it's the Dolphins and 2 other teams, hey, both teams' offers came in lower than the Dolphins. That's what was said. Both teams that offered the trade for Jonathan Taylor, both of their offers were less than the Dolphins' initial offer. Both teams were going to then re-offer. Then they both. Happy birthday, Anthony! Long time no see, my brother.
Happy birthday, brother.
They
Happy birthday.
Then I was told that both teams have now, at this point, pulled out. Now, meanwhile, with both of these teams, there was a third NFC East team being speculated. That was not the Eagles or the Giants, so it was coming down to the Cowboys or Commanders. I was told that they're leaning toward it being the Cowboys. They couldn't confirm it on their end.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was told. But I haven't heard any definitiveness of anything of a second bidder other than people talking about, we're hearing, but we can't confirm. Well, where are we hearing it from? Are we hearing it from the Colts only? Because I don't understand why an organization would be in for Jonathan Taylor and not make it be known to their fan base, to their beat writers. Somebody would know. Somebody would know something. But no, nobody knows anything about this name.
Yeah, Cap. If the Cowboys are in, Jerry Jones's big mouth is going to say something.
That's what I'm thinking, brother. And I'm also okay if, say, the freaking the Commanders were in. Their beat writers would have caught wind of it by now. If the Denver Broncos were really in, it would have been caught wind. Just like the Bears were in, and the Bears knew about it, and they knew when they were out. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. I can only think that this is the Colts playing a game.
Hold on, I'm upset a little, like, Cap. Maybe they're doing exactly what Cleveland did. When we only knew about Cleveland interest in Deshaun Watson until Chris Greer said the door was closed. And that was in the 11th hour.
But Crypto, the door closed, and Cleveland didn't trade for him for months.
No, they traded for him the very next week. That was after this league new year when Chris Greer had that interview and said they're not interested in him no more. And then that's when
I don't remember the timeline, Crypto. I thought the Dolphins were pulled out, and then it was weeks later. It felt like a football season later.
At the opening, of the new year, the new league year.
Yeah, and the Dolphins pulled out at the trade deadline. It waited till the end of the year to trade him.
This was doing March. This was in early March before the
I know, but Crypto, when the Dolphins pulled out, it was at the trade deadline. It came down to the absolute wire.
No,
right?
that's right. But it came down to the free agency period opening in March.
Yeah, but no, we weren't even talked about backing it again. We were sticking with Tua for the future. And
Right,
then out of nowhere came the Browns.
Was when Chris Greer made it final that the Dolphins is not interested. That's when Cleveland jumped on the scene and swapped them up.
No, Crypto. How's that them swooping in? We said in week 8 we're out for Deshaun Watson, and then
we were still in it all the way up until the next season.
I got it, but that was months later. That was months later in which they could have been in talks with not just Cleveland but 10 other teams.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? We're talking about this time. I'll tell you what, if Jonathan Taylor gets traded in week 8,
but he only wanted to come to us, is what I'm saying.
No, he definitely wanted to come to us, but remember, they didn't
know the team because remember he held the cards. Deshaun Watson did. He would not waive his no trade clause. Was only for us. We were the only team.
I got that. What does that have to do with it being a large gap between us saying no and someone else
not to pursue him? That's
Crypto,
what made.
You're talking about two separate things right now. Talking about two separate things. You're saying that literally the Dolphins pulling out.
Coming that. I'm just saying that's what happened in the Cleveland situation in the 11th hour.
Is this feasible? Like realistically feasible, guys? Could we go to a team like the Colts and ask for Jonathan Taylor and this Quentin Nelson, or no?
No.
What are you talking about? What?
You're not going to get their best linemen and inspect them. They're not rebuilding. What you going to get their new quarterback killed?
No, fuck all that.
No. I'm asking, is it feasible financially for the Dolphins?
No, the Colts ain't giving up their best linemen.
No, that's not what he's asking. That's not what he's asking, Crypto. He's asking about if they were, hypothetically, could we afford it, is what he's asking.
Listen, the Dolphins have been pretty plain.
That ain't happening. They just got a brand new quarterback. They're not going to give the best offensive lineman just because.
Is Quentin Nelson even playing?
Asking a hypothetical question, though.
Is Quentin Nelson even playing this year?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Is he? I thought he wasn't going to play this year.
No, he's playing this year.
I don't know. Noob, are you in there? Is Quentin Nelson fucking playing this year, Noob? I remember there being a lot of stuff that he was saying that he wasn't going to play this year. He was contemplating retirement. Anyhow, back to what I was saying, Crypto.
They're not giving him
playing. Noob says he's playing. All right, well, good. Yeah, I don't think they'd give him up. They need to. They're not going to fucking let their best offensive lineman go. No way.
Especially when they got a brand new quarterback needs to develop behind a good line. You know,
no
life.
No. Listen, if it wasn't a rushing quarterback,
like this is why I've been saying it doesn't make sense. If you say he needs a offensive line to develop, wouldn't he need a running game to develop because he struggles with his passing? So wouldn't having a play action help him develop with a guy like Jonathan Taylor?
Typically, you would be correct, Anthony, but you're talking about a quarterback who's probably going to run more than anyone on the team. You know what I'm saying? He's probably going to have over 1,000 rushing yards if he plays like he did in college in the NFL. Let's call it for what it is. The guy's going to
be
run
like
a lot.
Justin Fields, basically.
That's exactly right. In which case, you value the running back less in that scenario, especially paying one the big money that's disgruntled on your football team. If he was more of a pocket passer quarterback, then they would probably have already paid this kid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying, but the way I was looking at it, if they wanted to help him develop as a passer, wouldn't it make sense to have a play action though?
listen, I don't know what the fuck the Colts are doing, because if they wanted to help this kid develop, they'd be getting more weapons for him to throw to. Because I don't believe in their wide receiving core a little bit. But then again, this kid, Anthony Richardson's going to take some extreme time to develop and hone his skills. I think people forget. I watched him for the Gators. I know Shake did. That guy he is a terrible thrower of the football. He can launch it 70 yards, but he can't throw it 3.
Yeah.
He has 0 touch on the ball. He'll throw a 3-yard pass, and it'll take a month to get there. He'll throw a 13-yard pass, and it'll be 8 foot over the guy's head, and he's wide open. He doesn't really have good strength on his arm to control touch on it.
And you know what's funny is when defenses played Florida, that because we had Etienne's brother and we had another good Deontay Johnson. They loaded up the box so much they were like they feared his legs more than they feared his arm.
Absolutely they did, and they should. The kid was great at running.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, listen, we've seen guys just like him with throwing the ball all over the field, get it figured out with some of these better quarterback coaches and all that stuff. I mean, fuck, Josh Allen, he looked a lot like Josh Allen, to be honest with you, except he's got more, moves running, where Josh Allen was just barreling over people. So, to me, again,
that is way more.
Unless they're going to bring the wish.
The wishbone?
Yeah. They'll give them some weapons probably next year 2 of that offense.
It'll maybe be like the father, the Colts. Who's the guy? Ohio State.
Yeah, they will have to be picking in the top 3. They will have to make a blockbuster move to get up to 3.
Noob, I know you keep saying that they love their young wide receivers, but I call bullshit, dog. I think they're just saying they love it. I call bullshit.
Pittman is still
locks this fucking door.
Isn't Pittman still there?
Pittman ain't that good. I don't know why everybody's talking about Pittman. Pittman's fucking what? Devontae Parker at his best day?
No, he's way better. He's way better. He's a 1,000-yard receiver, ain't he?
So was Devontae Parker. I don't like Pittman. I don't think he's that good.
2 seasons to get there. Took Micah Pittman only 1.
Well. Devontae Parker never had. He only had Fitzpatrick for 1 season, so.
But he had a no excuse.
Yeah, who? Yeah, Randy Tannehill.
Yep, both of them, and he had 2. No excuse.
Yeah, I'm lucky that he's surprised he's still alive.
He had the left arm of God throwing to him. He has no excuse. He should have had $2,000.
Oh no, you're a DVP hater, man. You're gonna be inducting him in the Hall of Fame, so it don't matter.
Say what you want.
Devontae Parker's probably going to play 6 more years in the NFL, putting up the same pedestrian numbers. We're going to turn around and the guy's made $250 million in the NFL. It's going to be fucking crazy.
You like Albert Wilson?
No, more like Ted Ginn.
Yeah.
Carves out a niche in the NFL, makes millions and millions of dollars, and he's there for freaking 18 years.
That's right. Pittman ain't no Leonte Carew.
Didn't he get thrown in jail for murder or something like that?
Who?
Did he go to jail for first-degree murder?
Leonte Carew?
Yeah. Garrett Grimes is right. We got Ted Gunn. Well, Ted Ginn is what he meant to say, and his family. We didn't just get him; we got his family too. You know, they were shooting up out there. What a celebration they had for us.
I think he's talking about Ray Caruth.
No, he's
Okay.
talking about Leonte Carew, the guy we got out of I think it was Sanford that he played at, wide receiver. I remember him.
No, Ray, you're right. Ray Carew was the
Ray
Carolina.
Caruth, he was talking about for the murder. That's what we was talking about, not Dante.
Oh! I thought we were talking about wide receivers that fell on their face and never did nothing for the Dolphins.
Yeah, but he also said, "Isn't that the one that was taken in for murder?" And I'm like, no, that wasn't him. I think he was talking about Ray Caruth because the names are so similar.
Yeah, it was Ray Carew for the Carolina. Yeah, you're right. It was Ray Carew.
Yeah.
What a fall! And he had great promise in the NFL. He just fell.
Yeah, so did Hernandez.
Yeah, and then this was another one. They talking about falling from grace. Oh Lord, them buds fell from grace big time. They were cast out. Great players, and freaking next thing you know, they're freaking some drug trafficking and freaking racketeering and freaking murder.
Man, Buddy was busy, huh? Holy shit!
What was that?
Yeah, I remember that, and it wasn't Greer making those picks that year. It might have been, but remember that was he picked up he went up in the third round to get Leonte Carew, and I remember them selling us on this kid. I was like, man, he's big. We're gonna do. I don't think he played but like 3 preseason games. I never seen him on the starting roster.
He only had one good game, and that was against the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep, maybe we should see if the Indianapolis Colts want to trade for him.
I think I don't know. I think we should have gotten Brady Quinn. Maybe he'll still be back.
To be honest with you, man, Cedric Wilson is a good slot, a good what's that word I'm looking for? Boundary receiver.
Why
That's
don't
what they should give him to the Colts.
Why don't nobody wanted Brady Quinn? I think Brady Quinn would have been a perfect quarterback.
You know, I pondered this same subject, Crypto. What would have been of Brady Quinn if Miami had picked him and he didn't go to the Browns in that terrible organization? And people forget too, that was at the height of the Steelers and the friggin' Ravens back and forth being the opposing AFC team representatives in the in the AFC Championship. It seemed like it was one of them two every other year.
And don't forget, Cincinnati was making consistent playoff runs in that around that time too.
Right?
No, I don't think Cincinnati. Oh yeah, they were. That's right. They had Andy Dalton, and all 3 of those teams were rolling out top 5, top 10 defenses every single year. And Brady Quinn's got to go out there with the fucking Browns and get obliterated over and over again. I don't know if he would have been good.
I mean,
certainly
could venture perfect with the receivers we had.
I don't know, but I gotta think he would have fared a hell of a lot better here in Miami than in that division.
Yeah, because the only team we was competing with was the Patriots. Who'd we
get then? Was that the Ted Ginn?
That was the Ted Ginn draft. Yeah.
Oh God,
that was the Ted Ginn draft.
This organization has missed so much, bro.
Did y'all see that Wilkins did turn down a massive deal from the Dolphins today?
He turned it down.
Yeah. I heard it's $23 million.
Oh, he's a Patriot by far.
He wants, the talk is he wants Aaron Donald money and stuff.
Oh, well, then he's going
that
there.
Man needed. He ain't gonna get that Aaron Donald money. Not with us. Not with nobody.
No, he's not going to get that. But I say Sean Payton scoops him up next week.
Scoops him up. What, gonna trade for him?
Yeah, he's going to get us the first round pick so we can get to Jonathan Taylor.
First of all, I don't know.
That's the first round that we can give the Indy.
Well, even if they do scoops him up, we're not going to give the Colts any more than what we're already offering.
No, because it won't be our pick. We just be conveying it to them from Denver.
I know that, but even if we got it, why should you give more than what You already are since you're number one.
Denver's going to give us a gaggle of picks for Wilkins and Pam. They're going to fall for the okie doke, and then we're going to convey one of those first rounders for Taylor.
Well, if it's
And we have an additional first.
What's up, Big Nick?
Oh, real quick,
Fans-
I don't mean to
fans
cut everybody off, but
What's
Big
that?
Nick, this weekend I want to hash out those details for sometime maybe next Friday to do that thing we were talking about.
All right, no problem. Just let me know. I'm here. But
All right,
I actually
figured I'll
jumped
reach
on.
out
I
to
was
you.
just listening.
I
I was
figured I'll
listening
reach
'cause
out
I
to you
was cooking.
Sunday and we'll hash it out.
Cool. I was just listening because I was cooking, but I had to chime in because Cap, you gonna make me be that guy. God damn, you
Come
gonna
get
make me
some,
be that.
Big Nick. Come get some, dog. Let's go.
You think Brady Quinn had a better career than Ted Ginn Jr.?
No.
So why would you
What
say
am I
that?
fucking stupid? No. I'm saying
Dolphins.
I'm saying I wonder what could have been of Brady Quinn if we picked him and he didn't go into one of the most touted defensive freaking divisions in all of football on a team that was, I mean, listen, it's the Browns. They were terrible before he got there. They were terrible afterwards. They've only had 1 or 2 seasons in the last 30 years that I can remember where they weren't the worst team in the league, and that was Baker Mayfield, and they shipped him right out, and they went right back to being shit when they left. So
But I
now
think
we're going to
deep
see
down
what they do
inside,
now with Deshaun Watson.
I think as a Dolphin fan, I think as all Dolphin fans, as well as the rest of the football knowledgeable fans, deep down inside, Cap, we knew Brady Quinn was trash at Notre Dame, man. Listen,
Listen,
he
there's a
didn't
reason
win.
nobody
He
picked
didn't
him,
win
bro.
a game. He didn't win a
There's
game.
a-
He had a great defense, a good coach, and he was serviceable for Notre
They
Dame.
had that fire run game too, bro. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Listen,
I was so happy. I mean, I wouldn't say the Ted again, but I was happy when we didn't say Brady Quinn. I really was.
You cannot say that. He was shredding defenses up with that tight end they had.
I
When he
don't know,
went,
man.
when he went at the end of the first round or the beginning of the second round?
He went to the end of the first. I think he was like the
Like that,
yeah. I
yeah.
think it was like the second to last pick in the first. I want to say the Browns had 2 first rounders that year and picked them with their second.
Who has the most iconic draft room photos? Brady Quinn or Aaron Rodgers?
Draft
Because
room.
Aaron Rodgers.
both of
I
them were
think
sitting in
Aaron
that room
Rodgers.
by their damn self.
I think Aaron Rodgers because
Well, he was supposed to have been the number 2 pick to us. That's why. We got right.
Yeah, they were talking about Brady being number 1 that year.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was number 1, but
Yeah.
Yeah. They were talking about him in the league.
But I'm a little biased because you guys know that Ted Ginn is one of my favorite Dolphins of all time, man. So I'm a little biased.
see this, Big Nick. I fucking love you, bro. But it's football takes like that. That I gotta question your football knowledge, homie, because that is cap if I heard it. One of your favorite Dolphins of all time? Are you kidding me?
Okay, Captain, when I explain it to you, you'll understand why.
Here
It's
comes
so
Homer
petty.
and Homer. Let's go.
It's so petty. It's so petty, but it works for me. Who's my most hated team in the history of teams?
Patriots.
The
Yeah.
Jets.
Okay.
And he became one of my most, because at that time they was talking about they had a corner who was rivaling Deion Sanders and shit, and I hated that guy. And he obliterated that guy.
Remus.
Yeah, and he obliterated that guy, and he just endeared himself to me, and I just fell in love with him after that.
Well, by that logic, you have the same amount of love for Greg Camarillo then.
Yeah, I mean, I like Greg. He didn't obliterate anybody, but I like him.
Beat the Super Bowl champ.
Yeah.
Yeah, from a former Jet, threw him the ball.
Oh man, you know what? This is depressing the fuck out of me right now. This conversation, dude. This conversation. We're fucking crowing about these terrible benchmarks of our history. I mean, I get that they're happy times, but if you really measure them up to what the real goal is, to winning Super Bowls, it's pathetic, bro. It's pathetic.
And Leonte Carew was not a Chris Greer pick. No, he wasn't a Chris Greer pick.
He wasn't. He was a fucking Philbin pick, wasn't it?
The guy with the glasses.
Adam Gase.
Not
I'm talking about
Ireland.
Adam Gase.
No.
Oh, Dennis Hickey.
Hey, Adam Gase.
He was
It was
a
Adam
Dennis
Gase.
Hickey
No,
pick.
no, Adam Gase. It was the second year. Yeah, it was the year after Xavier Howard draft.
2015, man.
And not
I
only,
think-
and okay,
I think
yeah,
Dennis
because he was
Hickey
the third
was the
pick.
guy then.
He was the third pick, and Cordell Tankersley was the second pick. Yeah, you're right. And
Listen, first of all, that Cordell Tankersley was gonna go good. Didn't he get
he was gonna
badly
be
injured?
that. Oh yeah,
he was gonna be the guy.
good.
He got injured though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
you know
projected
another
to be
guy?
You know who else? Remember what was the name of that
Lippett.
guy that was
Tony
a
Lippett.
converted wide receiver?
Tony Lippett.
Lippett,
Tony
Lippett,
Lippett,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, him
That
from
poor guy, dude. He got like paralyzed there or something.
Yeah, in the 2016, he led the team in interceptions. The year we went to
Dude,
the
he
playoffs.
looked like a guy that was gonna explode in the NFL, and
Yeah,
he
he was
like
like 6
broke his
foot.
neck.
And,
I was
and what's
gonna
funny
say-
is, and
I
he
was
was
gonna
6
say
foot
it was
3
close.
too. He was 6'3".
I was gonna say if it was close to him, he was gonna intercept the ball. But
Dude,
if it
he was
wasn't
so
close to him,
good.
if it wasn't close to him, it was a touchdown.
He was so he but remember he was a convert from wide receiver, and
Yeah, he
he
was.
got better. It seemed like every time I saw the guy, he
Didn't
was
we
getting
convert
better.
him? Didn't we
Yes,
convert him?
yes, we converted him. We got him and converted him to corner, and he just got better and better and better. And that hit, dude, he freaking like he like severed his neck, dude. That broke my heart, man. I felt so bad for him. You know,
But
we had
Levante
like the
Carew-
world by the balls.
Levante Carew, if I'm not mistaken, I think we traded up to get him too.
We did, and I want to say he ended up with the Jets for a little while there. Never
From
did
Clemson,
nothing.
right? He went to Clemson, right?
No, he was from like Sanford or something like that. He was from one of those. He was from a Northeast school that was like a
think it
prep
was-
school.
You sure? I think it was Clemson.
Yeah, no, he wasn't from Clemson. If he was from Clemson,
no.
he probably would have worked out. Clemson.
No,
wide
he was
receivers
out. He
usually
went. He
work
was
out.
a Rutgers.
Rutgers. That's what it is,
Rutgers,
not
okay,
Sanford. I
Rutgers.
knew it's
Yeah,
red,
Rutgers,
red and white
Rutgers,
was their colors. I knew it was red and white. I just couldn't remember which one it was.
Well, we
Right.
damn sure had a first round bust out of Clemson. I'll never forget. One of the biggest, and he's never talked about as a bust for the Dolphins. And he was in
Who?
the first round. Jason Allen.
Mm.
Yeah,
Bro,
he
you know
was-
why? Because they
And the only
double
reason
dipped that year.
Saban picked him, because he was in the SEC.
Didn't he end up being a commentator?
But remember too, they double dipped in that position group, and that's why he didn't have to talk about it because we had what's his name work out.
Yeah, Rashad.
Yeah, Rashad was working out when Allen wasn't.
What I remember most about Jason Allen is that we signed a guy off the street, off of the other team's practice squad, a white guy named Cam Rowell, and he
He was
started over.
smoking his ass. He was
He
smoking
started
his
over
ass.
Jason in a first round picks. Got lost his job to a guy that we picked up off fucking a practice squad
Hey,
or waiver wires or some shit.
Listen, I knew somebody else that I'd seen that with. Noah Himbenogany was getting started over freaking undrafted guys. Still, he's been in the
Yeah,
league 3 years, and he's second behind. Man, my dog is over here.
Don't
trying to
worry,
get my
Shake. I
attention.
got it, Shake. I got this one, Shake.
Nah,
I got this one, Shake.
I'll cook
He was
you and
also
Shake. What's
drafted.
good?
He was also drafted at 20 years old after playing the
No, he was
position for 1
19 when we
year.
drafted him.
19 playing the position for 1 year when we got him. So that
You know
ain't
what?
fair.
That worked for
Two.
me.
He
That
played 2
worked.
years.
That story worked on me the first 2 years.
But
That shit ain't working no more.
But no. But this year he was playing with the one, so he it's not like he was getting started over. So I don't want that's not true.
Well,
Maybe
he lost
last
that
year it was.
job.
Maybe last year it was, but not this year. He wasn't getting undrafted players being played over him.
Yeah, he was. He got 2 last year played over.
I said that's what I said. That's what I said last year, but not this year. This year he was getting. Remember, he played with the ones in preseason and training camp.
Well, we don't know if Bryce Walker gonna make the team yet, or whatever his name is. And I like Noah. I hope Noah work out.
I do too.
I mean,
but
I really
it
do.
is what it is.
Cause 73 look like he working out. I'm just saying. I ain't saying. I'm just saying.
By the way, I did a 53-man roster that's going to be dropping Wednesday. with me and
74 is
Crypto.
going to be making his
Yeah,
roster.
crypto, and Shake did a 53-man roster projection. that they're going to release after the 53-man roster, which is to see who got closer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just care about the final 6 after number 47.
Oh, yeah.
We're down to 75 players right now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we'll be the 53 tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be another 24 working at Publix by tomorrow afternoon.
Aubrey will get a job though.
Well, at least you got them at a good store.
Aubrey will get a job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why Aubrey will get a job. Aubrey will get a job because of the recognition the Dolphins gave him, and also the stigma on the HBCUs in the NFL. So he'll get a job.
I think they're really hoping he makes it to the practice squad. I think they're crossing their fingers. Did Agude get cut? Because I don't think he got cut, did he?
No, not yet.
I think he might make the team with Malik Reed getting fucking clipped first. Malik Reed got clipped immediately, bro. He was the first name that came across my timeline to get cut.
That was shocker. They was like,
wasn't he the first guy we signed when we got Fangio? It was the first signing.
I think they want to get him through waivers. They probably want to get an early start through waivers.
I think Malik Reed. I think he's got nagging injuries and he ain't coming back. It just ain't gonna ever happen.
We have 20 guys that we have cut so far today.
They told him.
Jamie and Raph are telling me that Agude got cut.
Yes, Agude did get cut. Yes,
bro.
Who's that?
Yeah.
The 20 that got cut was Blackman, which we knew he was getting cut. Freddie Swan,
obviously.
Chris Coleman, Kuti, Jerron Christian, James Tunstall, Randy Charlton, Josiah Bronson, Jalen Twyman, Jamal Woods, Josiah Bronson, Mike Rose, Aubrey Miller, Garrett Nelson, Mitchell Agude, AJ Johnson, Tino Ellis, Miles Dorn, Keydron Smith, and Mark Gilbert.
Yeah. So down to 70.
Papa Paul, you went to camp, I mean, damn near every day. How massive was Agude? How massive is that guy? Number 50.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy. I mean,
I remember seeing him with the other outside linebackers. And you look at Jalen Phillips next to Bradley Chubb, and you're like, wow, Jalen Phillips is massive. And then you see Agude next to both of them, and you're like, holy shit, this guy's bigger than he made Bradley Chubb look small. Now, he didn't make Jalen Phillips look small, but he made Bradley Chubb look small, which was crazy. And this guy's a rookie.
Yeah, there's a lot of surprises of who's been cut and stuff. There's going to be a lot more surprises, though. I mean, because I'm looking and they don't have. You were just saying, what's his name that you thought wouldn't have been cut? I can't remember the name you were just saying before I read all these.
I think you were talking about the player that was massive.
No, but before I called all the names, you said so-and-so was cut, the first one cut. The very first one cut were released.
Aubrey Miller?
No.
My bad.
El Capitan.
Aubrey Miller.
No, that big dude that we were talking about, number 50. I think that's the one he was talking about.
Yeah, Agude. Yeah.
Yeah, but who'd you say was the very first one cut?
Oh, Malik Reed. Malik Reed was the first name I seen come across my deal.
Yeah, and I'm not even seeing that name on this list right now. So that must be number 21 then.
No, Malik Reed was
47.
I remember now. He was released.
Yes.
Because he's not even on this list that's under ESPN.
So I think he's a release, not a cut, because they had signed a contract. Okay. I think they just word it differently.
Yeah. But
there's some names that I've seen come out there. I'll tell you an interesting name cut was Desmond King got cut today. That could be a potential depth piece pickup for the Dolphins in the secondary.
Yeah. Yeah, there's. I mean, I have the list right here in front of me of everyone that's been cut so far from all the teams.
Yeah. Any stand out to you?
Oh, really, Papa Paul? Where do you get that from?
Under ESPN.
Oh, word.
NFL roster cuts tracker team by team. Player moves ahead of the 2023 season.
Any names stand out on there?
I'm looking. Carson Wells was cut. I'm just looking for names that I know. And
What's up, Todd?
Trent Williams got cut.
Hey, Papa Paul. What was
Trent
the
Williams
middle
get cut?
linebacker from Texas? He was cut. He was their captain last year.
yeah, yes. He got cut. Yes, I remember that.
Did Trent Williams get cut?
From
No.
what team?
Now, listen, this is just the first part of the purge. There's going to be another
Oh, yeah.
250 people
Yeah, but
tomorrow.
But that Texas linebacker had like 130 tackles last year. Was their captain? He's good. I was surprised they got rid of him.
And
Remember the team, and now that they've changed, they got a new D coach. They're probably changing the scheme.
Did you mention the wide receiver that was injured?
What's the chance of that number? What's the chance of that number?
He was waived too.
Yeah,
What's the chance?
he's not on that list. Yeah.
What's the chance of that number 87 guy from Kansas City getting cut? I'd like to have him.
You got to give me a name, dog.
Well,
You can't give me a number.
on the Colts, we know Kenyon Drake was cut.
I think Kenyon Drake's knees are shot.
Cap, you don't know that number 87 guy from Kansas City, that tight end, that 87 guy?
Oh,
Malik Turner from Indianapolis Colts.
Maybe
yeah, I don't
he'll
think
get
they're
cut.
cutting him. No, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, Kelsey's a bum.
Yeah,
They should give us a 3rd round pick in him to take them off his hands.
right. You know,
Thinking maybe a 7th round pick or something.
now they might have to give us. They might have to give us a 2nd round pick to take him off their hands.
Yeah, we got to absorb all that
They got
money.
to give us 3 first.
Kansas City's only have 2 people they've cut so far.
How about that number 15 from Kansas City?
They cut.
Nope. I don't think nobody want him.
Anthony
That's
Witherspoon.
definitely cutting that guy.
Yeah, cut him today.
You know, the wide receiver that the Dolphins cut, he was wearing, I think his name is Cody or something like that. He
Kute.
stood out a lot in the preseason.
Yeah, Kute.
Kute.
Yeah.
I like the way that guy plays the game. He's very physical. He's a little undersized because he's young, but I could see him as a practice squad guy for us because he's shifty. He moves nice. He's got versatility in special teams. I think they're going to look at that guy and try to bring him back too.
Dallas
Buffalo need
Cowboys
to cut.
haven't cut anyone yet today.
Hey, I heard y'all talking about Wilkins earlier. Did you hear the latest rumor?
Yeah, we
That's
heard
what it is,
that
rumor.
he turned down a bat. Listen, I've only speculated this, okay? And I gotta if you look at with both years of franchise tags and you take that money, so next year's franchise tag will be north of 22 million, right?
Right.
For a D tackle. The following
No,
year
it'll be
will probably
16.
be somewhere
It'll
around
be 16.
24.
It'll be 16 for his
No,
spot.
it won't. For a D
Yeah, for his spot, it'll
for
be
a
16.
franchise tag, no, it will not.
Yeah.
No, it
No,
won't.
they go by tiers, Cap. They go by tiers.
No,
It's 16.
No, they take the top. They take the top 3 guys getting paid, and they average it.
I understand
They
that.
take the
I
average.
understand that. Oh no. It'll be 16. Yeah, for next year it'll be 16. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Big
they
Nick,
already
no,
done
it
broke
won't. It wouldn't be
Look,
16
Cap,
this year.
Cap. If they broke it down, they already broke it down, right? It's 10 this year. It'll be 16 next year. Over the 2 years, it'll be 20. $6 million
No.
that
Who
we'll pay
broke
Christian
this down?
Wilkins.
Who lied to
That's
you, Big Nick? Because they're making
no.
you sound uneducated and you're too smart.
Okay, well, I guess somebody can look it up.
You're too smart for that, Big Nick. I'm telling you right now, the next year's defensive tackle with Williams getting paid, Chris Jones is going to get paid, and with already the massively inflated Aaron Donald number, that shit could be all of 24 mil next year. So that number, and then the following year of say potentially 24 million again, you take the average of that, gives you about 18 million, and then add a fourth year. Sprinkle a little bit of incentives on top. I'm guessing that's right around where the Dolphins were at, around 18 mil, 17.5 mil a year in guarantees for a 4-year deal. That's what I'm guessing. And then they probably came back and probably said, look, we'll give you 18.5 to try to make you happy. But Wilkins wants 25 mil a year.
Okay, so here it is, Cap.
Well,
Cap, here it is. Here it is.
From what I heard, that he turned down 23.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
he's
Yeah,
fucking
here
out
it
of
is.
his mind.
He turned down
first
Justin
round-
Simmons money.
For a
Fuck that.
first-round tender offer, right?
No,
For two
so you're
first-round
reading it
tender.
wrong. You're reading the wrong thing. That's the tenders.
Okay, no, it's for franchise, right? This is how it
No,
goes. It'll be $20 million for you put the two franchise on it. If you don't, if you don't, it'll be $16,732,000. That's
no,
what
that's
Christian
a
Wilkins,
that's a
because of no Pro
okay,
Bowls,
I see what you're
no
doing
Pro
now.
Bowls, no All Stars. He'll be
No.
at
You're
that.
talking about putting a not a franchise
how you
tag.
measure
You're
the
talking about
tag.
transition tag. Yes.
Yeah, that's how they measure the price. That's how they determine
Yeah,
the price of the first round.
No, they
Papa
determine the
Paul, I looked
price.
for you at the game. Me and MCJB were looking for you around the game.
Well,
Papa
you
Paul
couldn't
wearing
miss
that orange
me.
shirt. I seen that picture, Papa Paul. I seen you in there, Biggie. I mean, you're the only guy in orange.
Hey, do you all think that
I was sitting down below
do you all
you
think that
guys.
behind the scenes, like when they cut a player before they
I was
cut a
down by
player,
the Dolphins
do you
tunnel.
think do you think they give them all a big piece of misinformation and send them on their way to whatever team they're going to?
No, man, because his agent got other clients.
No, I mean
Yeah,
like when we
I don't
cut
know
like
about all that.
let's say Kiki Kute, right? We're gonna cut him, right? Do we feed him a big old line of misinformation in case he gets picked up by one of our opponents or something?
I think
No,
you get that
because if he tell his
misinformation line
agent,
in Colombia.
and they know it's bullshit, then the agent got other clients.
No, Keller, I don't think they fucking.
I mean,
I
on
mean,
a
yeah,
football
could
strategy
they?
level, Big Nick, like they go
Hey,
into their
I
new
don't
team
think.
and they're like, "Oh, Miami's gonna do this and that," and we're like, "I'm gonna do the total opposite,"
No, you need to realize there's some agents that won't let their clients deal with teams. Period. There's
No.
been plenty of cases where
Big Nick, what he's saying is that he gives this wide receiver that they know they're going to cut a bogus playbook. So when the Patriots pick him up and he gives them the plays, he's going to have bogus plays to relay to them. That's what he's saying.
no, they got an equipment guy or
If
whoever
there's
it is.
anyone in particular you're looking for on a specific team, you give me the team and I could tell you who's been cut.
I'm gonna hop out, guys. I gotta get ready for 9:30.
All right, man,
I'll
be
see
safe.
everybody there. Make sure everybody hits the like button. Get the likes up.
Yeah.
The likes are super important. If you haven't hit the like button on YouTube by now, you're just a terrible, terrible person.
Scummy wants to know.
I'll see you guys later.
What they call that
Cutter,
cut down, coach? The
Cutter,
Turk.
can you answer the question for Scummy?
The Turk, I think, is what they call that cut down guy. The guy that come tell you to grab the playbook. I think he's the Turk.
I think he's still. Scummy. I think he'll
that's
still
the
be here.
Turk. Yeah, him.
That's brutal.
Yeah, he ain't letting you walk out with no damn playbook.
No, you gotta
that's not
give
what
it.
I
You gotta
meant.
hand
That's
that
not
shit
what
to
I
him.
meant. I meant any
I
kind of
know,
misinformation.
Carl. I know that's not what you mean. I know.
Well, I mean, like any kind of misinformation. Like, let's say if we know this guy's going to be cut, so we purposely let him overhear Fangio talk about something that's totally false. You know what I mean? Like, and then he takes that to another team that might pick him up.
Hey, by the way, Scummy, I think he's talking about you. I think Scummy's been seeing all the comments I've been posting up. Jermaine wants me us to pay Scummy. Hey, you got a fan, Scummy? Oh damn! Sounds like your dog is a fan of Scummy too, huh?
Even if it's something petty like McDaniel likes cream with his coffee or something, something petty even.
Like mayonnaise?
Yeah.
With his coffee?
Well, I mean, if you're drinking mushroom coffee, I guess it might work.
Hey, yeah, actually, mushroom coffee is pretty good. That's my drink now.
Oh, you go with that's your full boat now, huh?
Yeah.
Hey man, I knew this girl named Coffee. She like mayonnaise all in her coffee.
Oh, that's terrible. This is terrible.
I saw that commercial and I was like, ugh.
I mean, that is Charles Barkley TRBL terrible.
That's terrible.
That's just terrible.
See, you so busy focused on the coffee and the mayonnaise that you missed the whole joke, Color.
No, I didn't. I got you, Big Nick. I totally got you. I wasn't feeding in, but I got you. I was suspecting. I was like, that was a Big Nick joke, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, man, the Dolphin Thirsty is going to be on the Smoke Lounge this Wednesday, Color. So just so you know.
Right on. That's cool, man. I've been trying to work them in even for something. We've been trying to get together for a while, so it's cool. We got some avenue for him to get into the tailgate. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I am not 100% familiar with other names of players on other teams unless they're real popular. But does Sean White from Buffalo sound familiar?
Deshaun White? Yeah, I guess. Sort of. Sounds like a staple.
It just sounds familiar to me. And he was cut today he's a linebacker.
And that guy Kirksey.
No, you're thinking of Trayvon White. You're thinking of Trayvon White, who's the cornerback. Trayvon White.
That guy Kirksey was cut. I think he's an O lineman or something.
Isn't that Kirksey? Isn't that thing you do with your dress?
Yeah.
What a woman does with a dress.
But that's been kind of a household name past couple seasons.
And then, offensive lineman Adam Pankey got cut today from the Bills.
I don't know if I could bring a guy in with that name, bro. I mean, really?
Then we have a Pankey
offensive lineman, you said? Named Pankey?
Yeah, Pankey.
Yeah, Pankey. We had him last year, right?
Oh, Pankey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I was going to say, that's a little too close
Adam
to Pankey,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him last year.
I recognized that name.
Yeah, I thought, that's right. Adam Pankey. What was wrong with him?
They cut Buffalo Bills cut him as well, so
too much hanky panky, I guess.
Our Adam likes the hanky panky.
Too much pancaking.
But I got the whole list of all the teams here. What's been cut recently? Up to date. If anyone's asking about any particular teams.
The Vikings. How many offensive linemen have they cut?
Let me get down here to them.
Everybody.
They've been having a pretty good offensive lineman program since Sperano got there and died.
They have one O-line, Josh Sokol. But they got rid of 4 offensive tackles.
What did the Jets get rid of?
The whole franchise.
The Jets. Okay. Quarterback Chris Drevler. Running back.
Oh, let's bring Strevler back, man.
From the CFL.
Running back Demira Crockett. Running back Zonovan Knight. Wide receiver Alex Erickson. Offensive tackle Yadni Kajusti. Offensive lineman Greg Sennett. Linebacker Nick Vigil. Linebacker Peta. Tomo Penu or something. Hell if I know. Safety Dane Cruikshank, safety Trey Dean, and defensive back Javelin Goudry.
Cruikshank. What kind of a name is that, man? It's like
he's gonna shank you.
Because he's a crook.
That's all they've cut so far.
May all those players get signed in the AFC East, and they all go on to have Hall of Fame careers.
Ain't
outside
none
the
of them names qualify for the Hall of Fame. You know as well as I do. Crookshank, Big Nick. Can you ever really see that name in the Hall of Fame?
I just wanted to be so the Jets can say, "Damn, we had him."
Right? Oh yeah, I got you. I mean, Chris Streveler. I mean, same with Skylar Thompson. Not a Hall of Fame name. I'm sorry, you'll never see them in the Hall of Fame. It just ain't happening.
Well,
There's some names that you know right off the bat will never be in the Hall of Fame just based on their name alone.
out of everyone, Dallas is the only one who has not cut anybody yet.
Wow. Like that's a great example. Dak Prescott. I mean, come on. That is not a Hall of Fame name. You are never going to see that
That is
name
not
in
a
the
Hall of Fame player.
And Tampa Bay only cut their kicker.
Martin Gramatica?
No, little too old, Big Nick. A little too old, man.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Although, hell, I mean, as long as the Anderson brothers went, I guess Gramatica could still be kicking.
Anything's
Wasn't Martin the one that was it? It was two of them. It was two Grammatical brothers. Wasn't Martin the one that was having an all-world year and he celebrated?
Martin Gramatica was the good one. Yeah. Martin Gramatica was the good one, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
He was like,
but both Andersons were good. But both Andersons were good. Gary and Morton.
I remember them.
I think the other Grammatico was okay. He played in the league a while.
He was okay, but Martin was the big time one.
Kansas City has only cut two people so far.
Which one was it that got hurt celebrating? Martin?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, kicking that field goal and jumping around and fuck the leg.
And he was having like a perfect season that year. Like he was awesome that year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Morton's brother Gary kicked for the Steelers for a long time, if I remember correctly. Big old dude. Looked like a linebacker. Y'all remember Mike Lansford from the original Los Angeles Rams?
Yeah, he kicked barefoot.
Yep, barefoot kicker, yep.
Yeah.
I remember the old classic barefoot.
Probably the last one that kicked barefoot.
Yeah, he used to be banging them out too. All weather conditions, man.
Mm-hmm. Even long ones.
Crazy. Yeah. Oh man, I wonder what happened to the old barefoot kickers, man.
He didn't kick off though, bro. They had a kickoff specialist.
Hunter did some kicking duties too. Kickoff.
I think I only remember one barefooted punter, and I can't remember who it was, man.
Yeah, I remember him too.
That was me.
That was you?
Yeah.
I wonder if that barefoot punter sold his feet pictures on OnlyFans.
I used to play barefooted all the time playing football.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell, I can run like a son of a bitch with barefoot, man.
Speaking of which, man, we're about to hit the 3-hour mark. Any final thoughts? Because we're about to wrap this up. That way we can get ready for
3-hour mark. The 3-hour mark.
Just keep me in your prayers with this storm coming. And afterwards, depending on where it's at, right, I know it's going to be a lot of mess going on around here. I'm going to be doing some cooking for just anybody who needs some food and stuff. I would appreciate any type of donation. If anyone wants to help, you can go there.
Oh yeah, everybody stay safe over there. Bolt up your windows. Get out of Dodge. Don't frickin' mess with Mother Nature.
Oh, I'm staying right here. I'm high and dry. I'm inland, but I got too many animals to worry about to try and.
Well, I mean, if a person knows clear, full-headed what they're doing, that's different. But I mean, for the average person, get the hell out of Dodge. There ain't no reason to stick around.
I agree with you. Yeah, I've been through many of these, and I've never left any place.
I mean, you're never going to convince an old Florida native to leave, but You know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you.
If you're a person that has any doubts, just go. Just get out.
But I will let you guys know what I'm doing as soon as this passes. I have to help a friend who I've turned part of my business over to help sandbag a bunch of DeVita dialysis first thing in the morning. So we might have to go through and try and find some wood to board up some places as well tomorrow. DeVita always waits till the last minute to get this shit done, and we got to run around like chickens with our head cut off trying to find supplies and everything.
Hey, I got a buddy up in Illinois looking for Bears and Packers deals. I told him I can only get Dolphins deals.
Y'all have a good night. Thank you for having me on again.
Fins
we
up, baby.
appreciate you, Shane,
Later,
Tar, Crypto, everybody, Big Nick, Alex.
Yeah, right. Paul.
Appreciate
Yes,
it, Paul.
all right.
Peace, love, and fins up, everybody.
Be safe, man.
Yep.
Damn, should have cut down that tree
No,
a little earlier in the season.
Alex Renee Diaz, you want to do some final thoughts, my brother? I guess he's in the back. How about you, Big Nick? Final thoughts?
My bad. Hey, man, I'm just excited about the season. I can't wait, man. You know, I still believe that we're the team to beat in the AFC East. I don't want to sound like I'm tempering my expectations by talking Super Bowl, but hey, man, I'm ready to go.
2 weeks, Big Nick. We're gonna find out right where we're at, man.
And my proclamation is we're gonna make an example out of the Los Angeles Chargers.
I'd like to believe that. I'd like to believe that.
Good to see you, Miss Fins, by the way.
Yeah, we're gonna expose Justin Herbert. Watch, we're gonna expose him. That should have been the Monday night game.
I honestly think Mike McDaniel has thought of nothing else since that game ended.
Yep. All right, fins up, fellas.
Later,
Fins
Big
up,
Nick.
baby.
All right. Later, man.
Joe, what are your final thoughts, my brother?
Hey man, go Cowboys.
Don't forget the Seminoles and the West, the Northwestern Bulls.
Yeah, the
Shout out to the
Bulls.
West.
We young as hell this year, so we're gonna have a bad year, and they're still trying to work things out over there. So we'll be all right. Not this year, but we'll be all right in the future.
Tell Jones the younger to give us a call for Mostert.
Oh yeah.
I got you. Hey man, Jerry moves at his own beat. He don't never listen to nobody.
You don't even listen to himself.
Right. He went on TV today and said, well, not today, I think it was yesterday, and he was saying, because they had a topic on First Take about what Dak not being told about the trade.
The tight end Sharp made his debut today?
Next week. He's starting on the 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, he's only doing Monday and Tuesdays for football season. So basically, he's taking Keyshawn's spot.
Real quick before we get out of here, what did you think of the new undisputed format? Did anybody?
I haven't watched it. So they just picked up basically all of First Take's whatever
Rejects.
First Take got rid of.
Yeah,
because it was not Sherman. Sherman was working for Amazon, I believe.
Right.
And Michael Irvin was the third person I couldn't remember yesterday, Shake.
Right. Well, Fox will usually do that. Fox will pick them all up like that from ESPN.
I mean,
and then the ones that don't work out at Fox will be joining Jason Whitlock over at Blaze.
I mean,
what I find funny is that Skip Bayless today was saying that this was his all-star team.
I mean, they got to throw. You got to think about it though. They throwing shots at each other, like that's what it is. Like of course he's going to say it's his all-star team. First Take has always had a team. It wasn't just only Stephen A. and Molly. It's Stephen A., Molly, and the rest of the people. Like it was Keyshawn Johnson, it was Michael Irvin, that Marcus Spears, and then for basketball season, and Ryan Clark as well. basketball season. You got I can't think of all the basketball people right now, but so they have a squad over there of people for the seasons, but they don't really have it in undisputed. So I could see why he's saying that, because it's always been him and
do
another
FS1 do
person.
replays in the evening?
I don't know. I don't watch, so I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I know First Take does it right after the first show. It comes on, it replays on ESPN2. So I don't know how Undisputed schedule works. But
Tubi, you gotta check, or Pluto. You gotta watch it a week later on Pluto.
Actually, I got YouTube TV, and you know what the best part about YouTube TV is? The next day, I could rewatch the Dolphin game, and they give me two options. I could either watch the whole game or key plays.
Right.
Which I watch the whole game, because at the end of the day, who the hell are they to say what the key play is? You know what I'm saying?
Is that new? That's a new feature?
No, they've been doing that.
Okay.
Well, that's why I like NFL Plus, man, because you can watch the condensed games, which is just like basically without all the minutia between each play.
Right. So I asked you that, was it new, because I wonder how much of an upgrade it'll be now since they got the NFL ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So
like I don't care to sit there and watch freaking Tua scratch his balls 5 times. You know what I mean? Like, so that the condensed version just gets rid of all that shit between plays.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Peyton. Then there's like Drew Brees. You got to watch him lick his fingers 10 times. It's like, come on, man, just get on with the play, bro.
Yeah, some people like that though. But anyway,
we were all doing that shit when we were kids, like in the backyard. We'd mimic whatever our favorite player was doing.
Yeah, Marino used to do it. Marino's the first person I saw do it.
So anyway, thank you guys, man. I appreciate everybody who watched here, everybody that got on the panel and chopped it up with us. Like I said, in 30 minutes, the OG Tobin and Leroy will be here. You're not gonna want to miss this, man. El Capitana is gonna bring you a good production today, man. So y'all be safe, be easy.
Nope.